When I wasn't ready, no one can stop me. No one. No one can stop me. When I was ready, I feel like I became unstoppable towards doing the right things.
I can do it all through Christ. Forgive my brother, though he stabbed me twice. It's sad cause he still got the knife. I'm still learning how to sacrifice. That mean when he do you wrong, you gotta be strong and still do them right. I won't name no names, cause we not the same. And plus my honor code, don't play those games, are you insane? Life lessons as I walk him in his presence. I give him reference as I seek his essence, like the essence. Abba, do you hear me? And he say, do you fear me? Back and forward conversations cause he know the real me. I'm washed in his waters and I'm praying they would heal me before somebody from my past come back and try to kill me. You feel me? I feel haunted by my past life. Praying morning, noon, and night. I think I went to mass twice. All from the devil's slice. I had to bite with sound advice. Coke on the plane, they had to ground it twice before the flight. And that's word to my Christian lubes. Chefry, nothing like the mother Christian dudes. Brew, don't get it confused. I sport mode the F-type and then just let it cruise. The punchline, the beat until it walk a bruise. I'm hella cool. Just because the dude foul, he can't defile me. Got angels all around me like Charlie. I can feel him but don't see him hardly. Partly why my faith strong, but that's a different story. Metaphorically and allegorically.
Yo. Yeah. Say what's real.
My father figure keep me guided, I'm always protected. Not a single wrong, I don't ever get corrected. Light over my shoulders, tells from a priest. Take a Psalms 23 and sit your tail to a seat. Legendary in a way, but nothing like a tall tale. False God, set them up, they all fell. Fantasies, they all sell. Nothing in my time can compare to the timeless. The light behind my rhyme and the one who I get in line with. Ain't no other lane for this fire flame minister. Descended from a higher plane, ain't no higher name from the one. When a gun jam, I figure you know now. Divine power follow me, that's just how it be. I can testify for sure, my heart not pure, but still I get to see a day that I did not work for. Bodies dropping with the climate, gas raising on black faces. Still I'm the one who made it. I just be thinking when I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High. Something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. I feel like everywhere I go, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High. With my conscience I acknowledge that there is a higher power. Look at me. False idols never promise victory. You survive cause you was meant to. Stop the guessing, you a prized possession. Blessing from the sky, ain't no higher lesson. I'm a messenger, you should get with this rhythm. Gospel, you ain't gotta be poor with chains no more. Flip up your master plate, don't be captivated by your master space. The earth is yours, but first the one we know gon' have to pass away. Destiny, you part of a higher design. They tell me the sight of his eyes like fire and wine. Coming at the wild child who made it through the birth canal. One shot, amazing how you missed the kiss of death. Life was in your step, people turned away from out this way, never coming back. Slipped and fell inside the cracks, landed on their back, but you 10 toes in the field, still in one piece, for real from the bottom, where all kind of brothers get easily killed. Rest in peace to them. You part of a higher design. They tell me the sight of his eyes like fire and wine. When I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High. Something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. I feel like everywhere I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. Most High. I said something keep watching me. Something keep watching me.
Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Yasha Allah, Shah Shabbat. What's going on, family? Y'all know what the day is. You know what tonight is, too. We got the feast of dedication tonight, but we're going to enjoy this Sabbath while we got it, man. Feast of dedication tonight, but we're going to enjoy the Sabbath while we have it. The Most High have blessed us with another opportunity to enjoy his rest on this glorious Sabbath day as he has commanded us. And we appreciate everybody that's tuned in to the Bar4Bar, man. You see the title, the Menorah, 7 by command, 9 by custom, right? So I see everywhere you go, whether it's Target, your local grocery store, it's even at the place of work, they got that 9 candlestick menorah, right? Even some brothers have adopted the culture I've seen, right? Where they have it in their backgrounds or whatever the case may be. And I'm pretty sure they have some in-depth, so like they have some in-depth breakdown on why. But as we look in the scriptures, it's just not so. Like we just can't find that. You see my eye shaking his head, like it's not there. We've been looking at this all week, and we wanted honest breakdowns. We wanted the most, we was looking at the scholars, we going to the Bible. Obviously there first, we looking at different sources, and we just can't find this 9 candlestick menorah. We can't find it. Right. So that's why when you go to the book of Paul, he tells you beware of philosophies. Let's get that real quick. Beware of philosophies and vain deceits, man. Traditions of men. All right.
Count out of one.
Bring that out.
This the book of Colossians chapter 2, verse 8.
Go ahead.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
Right. So that's the rudiments of the world, man. Right. When you talk about this 9 menorah candlestick, and once we break it down, it's so simple, but it's just like there was no reason to do that. And then you get the understanding of why these people are just absolutely not the people. And we must take our culture back vehemently. Like the title of this class was going to be Unity is Dedication, right? But the elder did a class on dedication. And then my brothers from the Watchtower, SOT Watchtower, they did a class on dedication. So we kind of switched gears a little bit to talk about this, right? But in that, it's still the same. Unity must be, we must have dedication to have this unity in this nation that we have, man. Because we're gonna watch a video and we're gonna see these people are parading in our streets, which we would call home, right? While we're over here trying to figure out who got the best doctrine, who's the best camp, who got the best of the link. Like we trying to be in so much competition with us while they're living lavish in our country. You understand? We over here fighting about pennies. I'm not gonna say fighting, but going back and forth about pennies when they're trying to rule the world. Do you understand that?
Yep.
Their main goal is to suppress our identity and continue to conquer the world. Where they have the land where we're in captivity, they have them eating at their feet. We sending billions of trillions of dollars over there yearly. We was enslaved for like the mind frame of the nation has to. I keep saying this. There has to be a paradigm shift where it's like, yo, that what we used to be on can't be anymore. If you look at how our enemies move, they're trying to suppress us by any means, from the food to the music. It's a biological warfare, chemistry warfare, identity warfare, physical war. We're at war at every single level.
Yeah.
When it comes to our enemies. They are trying to keep us dumbed down and oppressed at every single level there is. But we're finding ways to be different. Because it can't be that way. It can't be that way anymore, man. When we look at let's go to the Maccabees real quick. Get the scripture where it says, we must be willing to die for our laws, man. What's that? First Maccabees 2?
Our life and our laws.
That's heavy. Somebody read that real quick.
Okay.
When you get it.
All right. Okay, well, you want that one specifically? I got other ones in Maccabees that say something similar.
Give me the one you got first. Give me First Maccabees 3:21.
Yeah. All right. This the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse number 21.
Mm-hmm.
But we fight for our lives and our laws.
Read it again,
But we fight for our lives and our laws.
See, that's the fight that we have. Everything else is very minute.
Yep.
That's right. Change your mind, rule the world. But to rule, we deep today. It's a feast dedication party. We deep today, man.
Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
We deep today. All praises, man. It's a feast dedication party, man. I was excited for the feast, man. Hey, how y'all feeling about the feast in the chat? Before we continue, man. How y'all feeling about this feast, man? Where y'all gonna be at? I want to know, did you decorate your house? Where you gonna be at? And will you be in Atlanta? All right. I need to know that. I need to know. I know my brothers in Cali, they're gonna be with BOW Day. With Ratazan. I'll be with the brothers at LOZ. I know some brothers is in Atlanta. Right. If you're gonna be watching it on the Patreon, let me know what y'all gonna be doing. Let me know, man.
Hey, and Salakia, real quick. I don't want, man. Hey, I brought this out last night, but one brother give me Exodus 32 and 26. You know, this is kind of what I've been on. And this is a good, powerful precept for you to understand where you stand. And as we keep this rededication in mind and think about how this is a feast day where we fought. You couldn't be lukewarm. You had to pick a side and stay on it.
Yeah.
And fight for that side, right? So go ahead, anyone who's there.
Salakia. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 32 and verse 26, and it reads, Then Moses stood in the gate of the camp and said, Who is on the Lord's side?
Who is on the Lord's side? Who are you willing to fight for? Who are you willing to die for? Because, hey, like the brother just said, these other nations, they playing for keeps.
Yeah.
While you out there worried about, that's why they give you so much entertainment. That's why they give you so many things to distract you. Because they're not worried about it at all unless they could monetize it.
Mm-hmm.
They're worried about world domination. They're worried about political power. They're worried about strategies to take over the world. Like Pinky the Brain said, hey, what you doing today? I'm thinking about taking on the world. That's what I do every day.
Yeah, that's their mindset.
Yeah, that's their mindset. Okay. So you got to understand, hey, who's on the Lord's side? Who's going to have that same dedication to righteousness? Right? Right? Finish that out, and then let's get Proverbs 29 and 2. Then we can hop on, and then I'm good before I start going, you know.
Continuing on in verse 26, Let him come unto me, and all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together unto him.
Hey, and I think it was so powerful how Moses said, hey, whoever's on the Lord's side, come with me, because I'm going. So just hop in the car. Who rolling with me? Because this is my mission. You know what I mean? This is somebody who was determined to go with or without whoever was going to step forward. He didn't know, but he knew he was going.
Yeah.
That's the same level of dedication that we gotta have. You know, right. Go ahead. That was Exodus 32 and 26, and then talking about what we was talking about earlier, Proverbs 29 and 2, and then I'm off it.
Bring it out.
Real quick. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, starting at verse 2, and it reads, When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
But people mourn. That's why you're seeing so much mourning. That's why you're seeing so much sadness. That's why you're seeing so much turmoil. You know, the men and the women can't get along. The men and his brother can't get along. Women can't get along with their sisters or their daughters. All the turmoil is because the wicked are in authority. Why? Because they understand in chaos is what? Opportunity. So they create that chaos so they can strategize and figure out how to dominate the next 100 years, right?
That's right.
So
that's the goal, man. That's why the youth is so important. The mind of the youth right now is so important because they're already finding ways to attack. They already have the ways to attack them. All right. First they stopped the going outside. All that is done. You rarely see kids outside playing. That's done. We're gonna push information that we want them to see through the TikTok and the scrolling and the YouTube shorts, Instagram shorts, whatever all the different shorts that you could just scroll for pleasure. They're pushing different ideas to the children. That's why they'll make a Drewski going at the Israelites. They'll have all these Christian pastors going at the Israelites. So when the youth sees it, it's like, I don't want to be a part of that. That's a negative stereotype in the community or in the Black society. That's why our name and the way we carry ourselves is so important. That's why the elder was going into that last night, that rededicating yourself. But think about it. When he said that, I thought about this. When he said that, I thought about this. Every season you trying to it's not the season, it's the mindset. So yes, you can rededicate yourself, meaning revamp yourself, clean up some stuff, right? Clean up the house a little bit. But Akim and my sisters, we must have the mindset of I'm always rededicated. I'm always dedicated in this thing. You must have that mindset. Because if not, you're going from season. So now once dedication is over, you give it about a week, you back to your old self, and then you're going to redo yourself again for Purim or for Passover. And then that's going to be over with, and a month goes by, and then you got to redo yourself for first fruit. And then that's over with, and a month or two goes by, then you're redoing yourself for Day of Atonement. And then that's over. See, we got to stop redoing ourselves. The realest thing you could do is be who you say you are.
That's right, man.
That is the realest thing you can do. Be who you, when the lights are off, when nobody is watching, where's the integrity? Or is your integrity being played out and being fulfilled only when brothers are watching? So you must be this scripture man, this biblical dude, this family man, this husband, this wife, this child that you say you are. Or if not, let's be honest, you're a part of the reason why we're still here. Go ahead, says Salaki.
Count out on Salaki. If I may want to make a quick point, then I'll give it right back to you. Kwabzala, can you give Proverbs 24 and 16? Speaking of being in the season and not the mindset, we have to stop using these scriptures as excuses to continue to go off and make Yahweh Shah a minister of sin. We have to use them as guidance and let them be encouraging. But us getting more wise in this truth, we have to understand it has to stop at some point, and it has to be our heritage, the law of life, like it says in Sirach 17:11. This has to be a part of what we do day to day, Day of Atonement, Passover, yearly around. So read that when you get it. Love the show.
Like in one code one more time, please.
Proverbs 24 and 16, I believe, is what I want.
Counter to one. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 16.
Read.
For a just man falleth 7 times, and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief.
That's right, Doc. So this should be an encouraging scripture, but not an excuse, man. It is not an excuse to continue to have the same issues. We talk a lot about this on every class when the feast day is approaching. You can't wait till Day of Atonement to fix issues. You can't wait till Passover. You can't wait till Tabernacles. Oh, for the brothers that's out of state specifically for you, you can't wait till you're in the midst of your brethren to, hey, let's get this right. You want to accept your counsel now because you're in the midst of the congregation and the spirit is moving. This should be how you continue to carry yourself. Your integrity, your law, the law of liberty, right? That's what that is what you do when no one is looking. It's important. I yield right there.
Right, excellent point. Excellent point. All right, let's get into some of this, man. So first I want to play the video. And I just want to show you how, these individuals are parading through our streets, and where this thing kind of comes from, just from a video point of view. Then we'll get some of the sources, and then we'll get the biblical aspect on what dedication is really about. And is it 7 or is it 9 now? All right. Let's get it real quick.
At the end of every year, Jewish people around the world gather to celebrate Hanukkah.
My favorite part is probably sitting by the candles. You see them flickering back and forth. It's like a nice environment when you're like with your family. It's my favorite festival of the year.
So, what is Hanukkah? Well, I thought I'd get in touch with someone who knows a bit more than I do. Rabbi Engel, how are you?
Good morning, Kale. It's lovely to hear from you.
Nice to speak to you too. So, Rabbi Engel, what is the origin of Hanukkah?
Well, Kale, Hanukkah celebrates the miraculous tale that occurred to the Jewish people. The Jewish people lived in the Holy Land of Israel 2,000 years ago. At first, the Persians and the Egyptian Greeks ruled the land. They allowed the Jewish people to follow their Torah traditions.
But then King Antiochus IV came along. He banned Jewish people from practicing their beliefs and forced them to worship his gods. If people were caught practicing Judaism, well, then they were punished. And
there's your candlestick right there. And already, even before the history of the Maccabees even happened, they're showing a 9 candlestick. So it still don't make no sense. As if that was the tradition from the beginning.
Sometimes even killed. A small group of Jews known as the Maccabees.
And then look at the imaging, right? Get that in the. That's why I want to show a video like this. Look at the respect they have for the rabbi, their children coming in, how they paint the pictures. This is all to keep you as somebody in the world, a so-called African American or Jamaican. You watching this like this has nothing to do with me. Do you understand? Right. But not knowing that this has everything to do with you, man. Get the scripture where it says they changed the faces of the judges thereof. Or they you got that in Maccabees or you got it in Job?
Maccabees.
Bring that out.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images.
This is what that is. It went from looking like the thumbnail to this. You telling me they was fighting with the little hats on?
Yeah. They had the bobby pins. They had the things down good.
Come on, man. Let's keep going. Let's just keep watching.
Decided to rise up against the king. And after a 3-year war, the Maccabees claimed back Jerusalem. To celebrate, the temple's menorah, which is the Hebrew word for a lamp, was lit with the only oil they could find. There was only enough for 1 day, but miraculously the candles are said to have burned for 8 whole days.
All right, so there's the explanation, right? All right. So you have one historical evidence of, well, they only had enough for 1 day, but miraculously, it was lit for 8 days. All right, we're gonna read that in the Maccabees. We're gonna find that. We'll see if we can find that in the Maccabees. So that's why you see right here 8 candles. Not this. We're not gonna count this one. 8. Right?
Which is why Hanukkah is now celebrated as an 8-day festival.
What scripture says that? What scripture says Hanukkah, because the candles lasted 8 days, is now celebrated as an 8-day festival? Why didn't they go to the Apocrypha or the Maccabees to show that proof text? That'd have been easy to do.
So we remember the miracles of Hanukkah by each one of us also lighting our own light.
Now, when do you actually celebrate Hanukkah?
So, Kale, there's a Jewish calendar that corresponds closely to the general solar calendar. The Jewish people follow a moon calendar. And it's always in the Jewish calendar, the 25th of the Hebrew month of Kislev. It will be somewhere from the beginning of December till the end of December.
To mark the start.
Which we know that makes sense. Get it? Let's get the scripture where Yahushua was keeping dedication and it was winter. Because we know that the feast days have to go with their seasons. All right. Go ahead.
It's the book of John, chapter 10, and verse 22, and it reads, and it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication, and it was winter.
Right. And then we could also see that in the Maccabees, right? So we know that it has to happen during the month, in the winter months. I wouldn't say December, but it has to be in the winter months, right? Let's keep going. Now, it just. I don't know if this irks y'all how it irks me to see them doing this, man.
Out of Hanukkah, a special menorah known as a Hanukkah is lit. On the first night, 1 candle is lit. On the second, there's 2, and so on until the 8th candle is lit on the final day of Hanukkah.
So let me go back. So again, right? So then that's why you have 8 candlesticks, because of the 8 days. The 9th candlestick is not technically a part of it. It's used to light the other ones. That's why you have 9 candlesticks. Because they said the oil lasted 8 days, but they only had enough for 1 day. And because it lasted 8 days, they established a feast for 8 days, which we're going to read.
And so on until the 8th candle is lit on the final day of Hanukkah. Across the globe, large Hanukkahs are lit to celebrate the festival. And even the White House has its own Hanukkah.
Even the White House?
Yeah.
I'm at my job, right? It's the craziest thing. They have a enormous Christmas tree. This Christmas tree has to be, how tall does a basketball go? 10 feet?
12.
12 or 10? 10 feet, right? A basketball court. This Christmas tree, no lie, y'all, has to be 50 feet. I promise you. But guess what they have right next to it? About a 2-foot menorah right next to it. 9 candles. I'm like, that tree does not go with that. But they have to say they have to.
Mm-hmm.
Because who is Babylon the Great in bed with? The White House. they're in bed with the small house, man. They're in bed with the small house. Let's keep going. George Bush.
Another big part of Hanukkah is the food. And that includes lots and lots of oily treats to remember the miracle of the oil in the temple.
So now even more tradition is they cook food that requires oil to continue to remember the oil tradition. They was vibing in that White House. Bad dancing and bad skills, but they was vibing. Bad dancing and offbeat. Right?
Well, some of the foods we eat is latka, this thing. It's basically a potato pancake. We also have donuts, potatoes.
Did you see that? And this is why it's so important. This is why it's so important. We gotta take what the scriptures say. They will get that. They will remember themselves in their captivity. It is so important to start because to do things during Hanukkah is not bad as long as you're keeping it. But we have to start having our own minute customs on how we do it. Because they have getting hors d'oeuvres and Jewish pancakes and cupcakes. While we just coming back to our nationality, man. Read that for me. They got the dreidel. They playing game. They done figured this thing. They done stole our entire thing and then make games and what to eat.
The ultimate thieves. Yes.
The ultimate. I say it again.
They are the ultimate thieves of identity, man. The ultimate. The house of deceivers, man. That's what they are. The synagogue of Satan to a T.
Right. That's right, Doc. Go ahead, bring it out, Doc.
Count one. It's the book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 47. Yet if they shall bethink themselves in the land whither they were carried captives, and repent, and make supplication unto thee in the land of them that carried them captives, saying, we have sinned and have done perversely, we have committed wickedness.
That is what matters right there. That is when someone asks me, what's the mission of the Hebrew Israelites, or what's the mission of the Israelites? I read that scripture. Read it again. This is the mission. This is our goal. Read.
Yet if they shall bethink themselves in the land whither they were carried captives, and repent, and make supplication unto thee in the land of them that carried them captive, saying, we have sinned and have done perversely, we have committed wickedness.
We must bethink ourselves. Remember in Baruch, he said, I didn't bring you into captivity to destroy you, but as a punishment. So when we come back, we must enjoy these days that we have. Keep it real. Everyone in this chat and on this screen, you enjoyed Christmas. The entire month of December was amazing. You'll be in Whole Foods. They playing the Jolly song. You're singing along. You listening to Chris Brown, and this Christmas will be a very special. Yes, you were. You started putting gifts on layaway in November.
Mm-hmm.
You had your tree up in December. You didn't take it down to Valentine's Day. Look how you grasped the holiday that they gave you. And how much you decorated that house, and the Christmas dinner. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the ambition you have to have for the Lord's feast days. Because if you notice it, every one of them falls right around one of these wicked holidays. They know what they're doing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You got Halloween, you got Feast of Dedication, blowing of the trumpets, and Day of Atonement a month before. Got Feast of Dedication right around a wicked Christmas. Right, you got Purim right around Little Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
You got Passover right around Easter.
Mm-hmm.
So we must go all out for this thing. But I'm gonna give you a twist though. I'm not talking about your outwardly all out. That's the second half. I'm talking about that inwardly all out. The first half. Because inwardly for these other holidays, we was ultra wicked. So how much more of the righteous shall we be when we discuss things like, keeping these feast days and you're rededicating yourself, but it's more in the worship, like, I'm worshiping Yahweh more, not, I've been sinning for the past 2 months and I'm going to get right for this occasion. No, we're going about it the wrong way. The rededication got to be the worship part. Because remember, I was putting stuff on layaway, man. And you started putting on layaway in October, and now they got the Affirm. Now y'all put the stuff on Affirm, but the Affirm is the new layaway. You start paying it off $30 a month. Yeah. But that's how y'all treat y'all spirit. Y'all be holding off on lay. You be on layaway for 2 months. Then the feast day, you righteous. No, we're going about this thing the wrong way. The enjoyment of the feast, we must do that. But you should have a joy in your spirit with full of humbleness, though, like, yo, I'm conquering my demons, bro. I'm really trying to do this. Like, I've been putting, like, because now, like, once you get more experience in the truth, you start to recognize Satan. This is Satan. Okay, he's still creeping as a roaring lion, but I'm seeing the pounce now. Like, I'm the gazelle that's like, all right, I know he's here. I'm gonna be the first to run. When you've been in the truth for a while, but you still gotta conquer and understand that the pounce is coming, and get away from those demons, man. Get away from those spirits, because what happens, you're gonna be worse than before. And the reason you're worse than before is because you know better. Before then, I knew no better. Right? I can't whoop my child for touching a hot stove. She didn't know no better. She just touched it. She burned herself. I'm a coddle her. Okay, cry. She do it again. Now what? Can't play with me like that. Told her don't touch the TV. I see fingerprints on it. Okay, I come back and she been touching the TV. I can't. See, it's this. That's why you're worse, because you knew better and you still did it. So the rededication mindset, you have to be in the season, the mindset of, this is what I do. You know how you go to work and it's your second nature? Like, it's nothing new that can happen at work today. Right? It is nothing new at this job that I've been at for 5 years that can happen. It could be a new boss. It could be a new manager. Somebody can get fired. They can have this. There's nothing new. For the most part, 98% of this thing is going to be the same routine. That's how the truth got to be. In the law, statutes, and commandments, it's the same routine. I am not falling to that. And I'm excited for everything that the Lord has given me, man. That's how it has to be, because these people on this screen are so excited with being you. Think about that. They are so excited with being you. They said, I'm going to add customs to their thing. Let's keep going.
So what's your favorite food to eat during Hanukkah?
Everything but the latkes. I don't really like
but the latkes.
I don't really like.
Akim, this is killing me. It's killing me, because if you ask my people, first of all, they're keeping Christmas already going off. Then you're gonna ask them what's their favorite food for Christmas. They're gonna say some pork. See what they gave us? That's what they gave us. They asking these Jewish children what's their favorite thing. They got the hors d'oeuvres and the cookies and the this and the ham. The conch fritters. The baked beans with the bacon in it. The baby back ribs, cooking. He was smoking them since 8 o'clock this morning for the Christmas night. Do you see what they have done to us? My skin is almost boiling right now.
Potatoes, like when it's like fried.
Well, I mean, each to their own, I guess. I'd love fried potato.
The last tradition is playing with this spinning top known as a dreidel.
Basically, like a spin.
We made a game off your
They stole this too. When you look into it, the dreidel is not even their custom. It was another Edomite tribe custom.
Yeah,
it was a quote unquote European custom that they took and adopted and said, "This is ours now." Well, we'll get into that too.
When I read that, I felt like they were already that Edomitic tribe, and they came with that.
I don't know why. They just slapped some Hebrew lettering on it and just said
Hebrew letters on it.
Well, because it did always have the what is that? The half, the except, the none there, because it was like a little game. It was like how you used to gamble a little bit.
Yeah.
It's almost like craps. Yeah. Oh, so nothing, gain, half, all. And so you used to spin it, and whatever it landed on, then that's what you would get. Nothing, you would get all of it, you would get half of it, etc. Right? And so they said, "Ooh, I like that." And then they took it and they put Hebrew characters on it, and then they co-opted and said, "Well, now instead of what it used to mean, now it means Nes Gadol Hayasham," which they're saying a great miracle happened here. So it became synonymous with the quote-unquote Feast of Dedication, because now it's something that they used to play, it just like one of their traditions. You know, just like everything else, they stole it from a different group of people, co-opted and made it theirs. And then now it's almost a Jewish thing.
Yep. Now you only think about the dreidel when you think about Hanukkah. Right?
Same thing they did with even the term Shemitic. Now,
yeah.
I mean, let's not even touch the whole Jew thing. We know that's evil. That's obvious. But now they say you anti-Semitic if you talk about them specifically, when really anytime that they don't like what you say, then you're anti-Semitic. Not if you don't like them, but if they don't like you, then you're anti-Semitic. But even then, they co-opting a whole line of a people group from Shem, Elam, Esau, Moab, Ammon. All these people are from Shem.
Yep.
But they get smart. Oh, hey, God, the water. So yeah, but hey, they co-opted this whole identity and says, no, y'all can share something else, but we're just gonna take this whole line. Like, bro, like stop stealing. Come up with your own sauce.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and see, I don't want to get distracted. I have to put this on Patreon, but allegedly that was part of the influence of some of the activities that happened towards them less than 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We follow.
Was due to this propensity to indefinitely borrow things. Y'all, if you smell me, you know what I'm talking about. All right, but that was why, because of this type of stuff.
Yeah. Let's finish this up, man. I'm tired of watching.
With the letters of the beginning words of Neskatal Hayaksham, there was a nice book there.
Basically, you spin the dreidel, and each side corresponds to a different action.
Bro! Hey, this is you watching a live reaction. We have not seen this. I have not seen this. Right after they do that, they talk about all of these traditions and
Responds to a different action.
They throw Jake in the middle of this dude sitting on his lap.
That hurts. That hurt right there, boy. That hurt right there. And shout out to my brother Judah D too for that shirt, the water eye. That shirt is hard. I'll be rocking that. Yeah, man. You can't make this stuff up.
Even they don't even look comfortable. They don't.
They look scared, man.
They don't. Our people, our spirit don't even resonate with this stuff, man.
A lot of y'all got this picture. A lot of y'all moms got this picture with you on the Easter Bunny.
Sheesh. Hey, I did. I ain't gonna lie. I saw a funny one. It was this truck stop. They did a hey, come see Santa, and they had a dude in Santa in a casket. And so kids were showing up thinking that they was gonna meet Santa and take a picture with him. But it was a dead Santa in the casket, and kids was crying like Santa died. It was hilarious. You know,
while they're teaching their children that Easter dedication and the menorah lasted 9 days, and the conquering of the Greeks and the warrior mentality, we're lying to our children saying Santa, them gifts that you put on layaway in October, you're lying saying that Santa came down the chimney, gave those gifts, put it under the tree, ate the cookies, drunk the milk, got on his reindeers, and flew to the house next door. And if you're evil, he didn't give you the gifts that you wanted. And you had them writing Christmas, what is it? Your wish list in November.
Hey, it's Slovakia. Even that in itself, even on the left-hand side, that the reason why that's diabolical is because your parents are busting their tail, saving their money to try to give you something, give you a gift, and make you happy on that day. Right? We know it's folly, but I'm just saying, let's just walk with me. Now, following this tradition, you giving all that praise, all that reverence to some damn white man. And it's your dad who's worked double shifts. It's your mama who's been putting things on layaway and have to sacrifice to be able to give you something. The reason why they needed their list so early is so they could know how much they need to save and what to put on layaway. And they busting their tail all to get us to you, all for you to still go and give reverence and glory to the damn white man.
So then you go to school and they ask you, well, what did Santa give you for Christmas? So they do. Go ahead, Quabzala.
I was gonna say that teaches the kids to more so revere being either naughty or nice that year before this guy's eyes, rather than honoring their father and their mother.
Right.
It switches the priority of the child from where it should be in order to, of course, it's all for this reward and of course these gifts on this particular day, but not exactly understand it nor being told the truth of where it's coming from. And I yield there.
Now this brother's showing his age. Y'all chose he's taking penny catalog.
Hey, basic pennies is still cracking. Hey, for those who know, that's where you can get a lot of 100% cotton garments. Some good stuff. JC Penney, y'all sleep on pennies if you want to.
Slovakia. A lot of them are closing where I'm from. We don't have too many JC Penney's left where I'm at, so I don't know what's going on.
Penney's is almost like Kmart. It's just gone.
I don't know. Matter of fact, yeah, it's gone. Y'all don't even want to go there.
Yeah, he want to keep.
You don't want no pennies.
But this is madness, man, because we talked about it and then it manifests. They're doing that, and you got our kids doing this.
While a lot of kids do get presents on Hanukkah, for a lot of people across the globe and back here in Australia, Hanukkah is all about celebrating an important event in the Jewish faith and spending time together with your family. Hey,
that's enough of that. Glad that's over. Honestly,
yeah, that's
man.
See, y'all see what we're up against. The fight. It's like we're a new. It's like we're up against a Mike Tyson, and we're like a amateur boxer. How they figured out how to manipulate us through every aspect of life until you come into this knowledge of the truth, and then you start seeing it for what it is. But their whole goal is to purely manipulate us into thinking that we're just blacks and nothing. When the entire Hanukkah is about our people, man. So let's get some sources on that really quick. Oh, you got some, Aharon?
Well, I feel like I read this every time, but I can't not because
you have
pertinent. Micah chapter 2 started verse 1 because this is what they are doing, right?
This is the book of Micah chapter 2 beginning of verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Yeah.
When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in their power of their hand.
You see, they literally, they sleep, they dream, they stay up at night thinking about how to pull a wool over your eyes and dominate and steal from you and reconfigure it for them and then sell it back to you. You understand? It's only basically one people group that's doing this, man. Subdivisions of this people group, but one people group that's doing this. And then the moment that is light, and the moment that they can, they do it. Why? Because it's in the power of their hands. It's due to the power that they have created for themselves in this system. Right? Keep going.
And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away.
Yes.
So they oppress a man and his house.
Yeah.
Even a man and his heritage.
We're seeing that right now. They are oppressing our heritage. They are stealing what is ours, co-opting it, making it theirs, and then giving you Santa.
Yeah.
We're seeing it alive right now of our heritage being oppressed. And when we read earlier, the Maccabees, they were fighting and dying for their heritage. And then the brother referenced it earlier, but get Sirach 17 and 11, so you can understand what that heritage is. Right?
Malakia. It's the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 17 and verse 11. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage.
You see, that law of life is our heritage, in which they have done everything to steer us away and outside of the laws while they try to keep a fraction of it. And they make the law and the Torah and all this other stuff kind of synonymous with them and their culture. It was that they've been doing since 2 Kings 17, but that's a whole nother thing, right? Never mind. We're gonna get it. Are we gonna get into this We can do the day. We can count the days a little later. I know it's something else you want to bring first.
Yeah, bring it out. You good?
All right, come. All right, get First Maccabees chapter 4 and damn. See, you want to do the whole thing. All right.
Bring it up. If you there, bring it up.
All right. Start at 41.
Do it.
Count on one.
All right.
So First Maccabees.
Get the book of First. Go ahead, King. You got it.
It's like this is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 41.
Yeah.
Then Judas appointed certain men to fight against those that were in the fortress until he had cleansed the sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
So he chose priests of blameless conversation, such as had pleasure in the law.
Right there. That's a heavy scripture. They had pleasure in the law.
Yeah.
And he chose priests, men with blameless conversations, meaning they were known for their good works in the community. That's how our nation has to be, man. Right? Go ahead.
So this is after the war that took place, right? Because hey, for y'all attending camp all over the place, y'all gonna learn about that war tonight, Lord willing. I know some people is even celebrating tomorrow. So y'all gonna learn about that war. So this is post the war, after we won, right? And then one brother cue up, what's that? Exodus 25 and started what? 32. Yeah, started 30. Because we're gonna get there. Keep going.
Counter one, who cleansed the sanctuary and bear out the defiled stones into an unclean place.
Because they defiled our sanctuary. They were committing sexual acts on it. They were sacrificing pigs and stuff on our altar, on our holy of holy. They were intentionally creative on how to disrespect the Lord. Okay. Go ahead.
Counter one. And when as they consulted what to do with the altar of burnt offerings, which was profane, they thought it best to pull it down, lest it should be a reproach to them, because the heathen had defiled it, wherefore they pulled it down.
Right. So they took the altar that was there that was just completely violated and defiled. They said, we got to take this down, right? Then you're going to see we built a new altar. That's why we have the dedication, because we had a new temple that was rededicated to the Father, right? Keep going.
Counter one. And laid up the stones in the mountain of the temple in a convenient place, until there should come a prophet to show what should be done with them.
Right, because they still had a respect for it, because it's still the altar of the Lord. Yes, it was defiled, but we're not quite sure how to move. So let's just put this over to the side until we kind of figure out. And then nobody want to die for doing the wrong thing. Okay, keep going.
Counter one. Then they took whole stones according to the law, and built a new altar according to the former.
This is important. Verse 47 is important. They built it according to the law, according to what?
According in a new altar, according to the former.
According to the former. So they did not change anything. They didn't change the menorah. They didn't change the altar. They kept it exactly how it was. Okay? Because as you delve into some of the research, they switched from the 7-candle menorah to the 8-candle menorah, because they claim that, the oil from one day and it lasted 8 days, and so then they changed it. But guess what? This whole that is not recorded in the book of Maccabees. That doesn't come until the Talmud. I think section 3 on the right side, whatever the case. But this wasn't written until 700 years after this account. It was introduced by the Talmud. Okay, but if you actually read in their account, they build everything the exact same way according to the former, right? We'll get it at 49. Go ahead.
Counter one. And made up the sanctuary and the things that were within the temple, and hollowed the courts. They made also new holy vessels, and into the temple they brought the candlestick and the altar of burnt offerings and of incense, and the table.
So you see, they made everything the exact same. Let's read how the candlestick, aka the menorah, was. Go ahead, read that.
Bring it out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Salakia. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 25. You want me to start at 26?
I
know it's
just for the sake
37 is the point, I believe. I don't want Salakia.
All right. Yeah, start at 31.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 25, starting at verse 31. And thou shalt make a candlestick of pure gold.
Mm-hmm.
Of beaten work shall the candlestick be made.
Mm-hmm.
His shaft and his branches, his bowels, his knops, and his flowers shall be of the same. And 6 branches shall come out of the sides of it. 3 branches of the candlestick out of the one side, and 3 branches of the candlestick out of the other side.
So you see, listen, they made a candlestick, 3 on the side and 3 on this side, being 7. This is the way it was originally formed. Well, actually, if you want to be technical, you'll see records in which it wasn't in a line like this. It wasn't in a linear fashion as much as it was like more like it was around like this. It was like 1 in the middle and then 3 on either side. So you'll see them like that. It almost looks like a chandelier. If you got a picture of it, it would be great to show it, right? But either way, you see it was with 7 It was 1 and 3 on either side, right? Keep going.
Verse 33, 3 bowls made like unto almonds, with a knot and a flower in one branch, and 3 bowls made like almonds in the other branch, with a knot and a flower. So in the 6 branches that come out of the candlestick, and the candlestick shall be 4 bowls made like unto almonds, with their knops and their flowers. And there shall be a knot under 2 branches of the same, and a knot under 2 branches of the same, and a knot under 2 branches of the same, according to the 6 branches that proceed out of the candlestick. Their knops and their branches shall be of the same, and it shall be one beaten work of pure gold. And thou shalt make the 7 lamps thereof, and they shall light the lamps thereof, and they may give light over against it.
So you see, so that's how it ended up being 7, 3 on either side of the actual candlestick. This is the way that it was originally done in the temple, right? And then we just read in the book of Maccabees, when they rededicated the temple, they did it exactly the same way as it was done, period. Period. And because I know we're about to get into some history and just kind of talking about how it moved, but that's the way it was done. And this is the account, right? And so anything that is, because yes, like the brother said on the comments, yes, it's 9, but because they put 4 on either side for the 4 days, and then they use the 1 to light it, to guide it, like, you know, they're just coming up because they can't come up with their own. They got to take yours and put a spin on it and try to say, it's mine now. Can't copyright it, you know? Right, but keep going. No, Salakia. You stop there. Now let's go back to Maccabees.
And let's get Cap precept real quick. Let's get Captain the Rock precept.
Oh, come.
Showing that even after the Maccabees, we still understood what we was doing here.
This is the book of Revelation. Oh, I was in 1 Peter. Salakia. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse number 12, and it reads, and I turned to see the voice that spake with me. And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with the golden girdle.
Can't get away, man. So even after the Maccabees, we still see that we're saying 7 golden candlesticks and not 9 or 8. We're not doing that.
Yep. So for those that been keeping score, we got Old Testament 7, we got Apocryphal 7, and we got New Testament 7.
That's 3 strikes.
3 witnesses. It's over with. Right? Right? All right, now let's go back to Maccabees. Who's at verse 50?
Let's bring it out.
Kind of the one I'll pick up. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 50. And upon the altar they burned incense, and the lamps that were upon the candlesticks they lighted, that they might have light in the temple.
Mm-hmm. Did they say
Furthermore,
that they made a new candlesticks? No, they just brought the candlestick and they lit it, right? Did it say anything about one piece of oil lasting for 8 days or any of that? No, right? Go ahead.
Furthermore, they set the loaves upon the table and spread out the veils, and finished all the works which they had begun to make.
Come on.
Now the 5 and 25th day, Salakia. Now the 5 and 20th day of the ninth month, which is called the month Kaslu, in the 148th year, they rose up betimes in the morning.
Right.
They offer sacrifice according to the law upon the new altar of burnt offerings which they had made. Look at what time and what day the heathen have profaned it. Even in that was it dedicated with songs and citherns and harps and cymbals.
So you see, it became a celebration. They said, "Hey, look at the time and the date in which this was profaned to now when we got it." Right? And it became a wonderful, joyous celebration that we got a chance to rededicate our temple, right, to the Father, right? It wasn't about no Santa, it wasn't about anybody else, but hey, we get to worship the Father again, the right way, and not in hiding, right? Because remember, they were fighting the Greeks. Even this stupid animation that we just saw, they said they were fighting against the Hasmoneans and the Greeks, blah, 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 blah. We're going to get down and see who these Greeks are. Keep going.
That's right.
Verse 55. Then all the people fell upon their faces, worshiping and praising the God of heaven, who had given them good success.
That's right.
And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days.
How many days?
And offered burnt offering 8 days.
What about the oil? The oil lasted 8 days, and that's why we're doing it for 8 days.
I don't see it here, I don't
see that. I can't. It's not legible here. We can't read that nowhere. Go ahead,
Salaki, if we have time, I just myself recently started getting into studying the Talmud. And the short amount of time that I've been reading, my hands start getting like this. I start scratching my head. I just start getting mad, man. I'll be starting to get mad. But there's a reason why they held to the oral tradition of lighting the oil for 8 days. And if we have time, I would like to get into that, because it was a way for them to try and escape further persecution, if that makes sense. And we can get into it if we have time. I don't want you.
Yeah, that's next.
Yeah, I would love to hear that. Go ahead.
Start from the top. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days and offered burnt offerings with gladness and sacrificed the sacrifice of deliverance and praise. They decked also.
59.
Now let them keep reading that, because it's sort of like this is what you were supposed to do to your house. Verse 57. Read.
Okay.
They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold and with shields. And the gates of the chambers they renewed and hanged doors upon them.
All right, so if you're new to, this is your first feast dedication, or you didn't know, you're supposed to decorate your house, man. You and your family, you sit down, y'all choose a color. You go on Amazon, or better yet, go to Priest Sabat, go get you a menorah, right? Pick out your colors, decorate the house, and you light your candle. on the Feast of Dedication. One brother said, how do you light it? You just light them all at once, and then you can light them every day. There isn't a verse that says how to light them.
Right.
There's no set verse, but it's to give light. So you would think you're gonna light all of them at once.
Right.
You're gonna want the most. If it's to light in the temple, you're not gonna light one. Yeah. Okay.
It's not like Kwanzaa. You know how like Kwanzaa, each day they got emoji and whatever. You know, it's not like that. Yeah, hey, turn up. And I tell you, for those that have children, you really need to make it a priority to celebrate these feast days because they see the celebration and the fun on the left-hand side. You got to make this fun for these children. Give them something to celebrate. That's how they will fall in love with the law, statutes, and commandments. If it's just all what you can't do and just stern, it becomes a chore. Make them enjoy it and have fun. Let them decorate with you. Hey, look, one good thing to do, you can find images or tell ChatGPT or Paint or something like that to do images. Take your butt to Staples if you don't have a printer or print out something. Go get some crayons and color with the babies. Color a menorah. Just do stuff. Make it fun, right? Go ahead.
That's right.
Verse 58. Thus was there very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away.
It should be gladness in your house. This is it's a happy time. Right? Keep going.
Moreover, Judas and his brethren with the whole congregation of Israel ordained that the days of the dedication of the altar should be kept in their season from year to year by the space of 8 days. From the 25th day of the month, Caslaw, with myrrh and gladness.
Now you see, that is when the Feast of Dedication was established. Now you see some Jakes, it's not in the Torah, it's not in Leviticus, I'm not going to keep it. All right, bro, okay. But Yahushua kept it. We read that earlier, John 10:22. So this became a tradition. From this point forward, we move. This is how we moving. And my thing is like, why not?
That's the question.
Why? I tell people all the time, bro, it's way more feast days and reason to celebrate being in the truth than being in the world. Why wouldn't you want to turn? As hard as you go for Thanksgiving, bro, every new moon is Thanksgiving.
Basically, you was Thanksgiving Day. You fasted from that midnight the day before all the way up into the Thanksgiving meal just so you could eat as much as you could. So you telling me you won't keep Feast of Dedication, light the menorah, eat with the family? Come on, man.
Hey, and I challenge to you, if you make your kids fall in love with it, because mind you, this is a day of gladness. It should turn up. Get your music, get your playlist, get some young, like have fun. Make it a point to have fun this time. If you one of the serious, okay, brother, lighten up this time. Fake it. Even if you got to, just lighten up and make the people enjoy it so that it becomes a tradition to be happy. As giddy as you get walking the Target, hearing Mariah Carey, you know you be bobbing your head to that. You need to be that giddy for this feast day.
That's right, Doc.
That's how you be in the spirit, right? He said, "Be jolly." That's be folly right there. I ain't being no jolly. No, but
Lord, man.
Right, but hey, but real quick, let me just finish it out, then you can have it. I'm passing to you. Go ahead.
Verse 60. At that time, also they built up the Mount Sion with high walls and strong towers round about. Let the Gentiles should come and tread it down as they had done before.
And see, now you can teach the lessons through this. You can teach about discretion, about loving your own, about practicing distance between your people, about loving your people. You see all these wonderful lessons that you can teach and instill in the young people in your family just because they are so excited to do it and learn. You understand? But watch this. Keep going. Now, mind you, remember they fought the Greeks, right? We're not going to dispute that. It was Alexander the Great and all his people, the Greeks. Let's see who these people are. Go ahead.
And they set there a garrison to keep it, and fortified Bethsura to preserve it, that the people might have a defense against Idumea.
Against Idumea, because that's who they were fighting. In the chat, who is Idumea? And one brother, give me Genesis 36, start at verse number 1.
Get out.
Who is Idumea?
Got to deal with it.
Cause the book of cause you know when Jake's be like, yeah, Con, I'm seeing Esau, palm color, the red man. People say, show me in the Bible where Esau is the white man. It's all right here. It's right. It's literally in the Bible. Boom. They say, right. Give me Genesis 36 and 1.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 36, starting with verse 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom.
Who is what?
Who is Edom.
Right.
Esau took Salakia.
No, go ahead.
Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan, Adah, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Aholibah Bama, Salakia, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon the Hivite.
Con, right? Now just more on this point, two verses, and I'm gonna pass it to you. Get First Maccabees chapter 5 and 3, and then we're gonna jump to that same chapter in verse 38. Right?
It's the book of First Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 3. Then Judas fought against the children of Esau in Idumea at Arabatan.
So the children of Esau are the Greeks of who we were fighting against. So how is a Edomite now from Poland or from wherever else going to now tell me that they are the people? It's stupid, right? Keep going.
Counter one, because they besieged Israel, and he gave them a great overthrow and abated their courage and took their spoils.
Jump to verse 38.
This is verse 38. This is First Maccabees 5 and 38. So Judas sent men to espy the host, who brought him word, saying, all the heathen that be round about us are assembled unto them, even
now,
a very
who
great
the heathen? Who are the heathen that was round about them? The Edomites, right? We just read that same chapter, right? Next verse.
Verse 39. He hath also hired the Arabians to help them.
No, I thought Esau was the Arab. I thought Esau was the Arab.
He hath also hired the Arabians to help them. Oops.
We see that the Edomites are the Greeks, are what would become the Europeans, which are different than the Arabs because they hired the Arabs to help them against us. Boy, keep going.
But deal with it.
And they have pitched their tents beyond the brook, ready to come and fight against thee. Upon this, Judas went to meet them.
And he said, all right, turn up. Let's go fight. And then we know how it ended because we got the Feast of Dedication. So don't let no Edomites or any other person tell you that it belongs to them and then give you Santa. Right? All right, I yield.
Right.
Counter one. I just want to get a quick precept as well. Just to let me back off the point that the Ottawa were making, considering, of course, the beauty of this truth, man. And of course, also, of course, bring it like our children have been to this thing, man. And of course, pretty much how this is in comparison to the world. Can I give John chapter 14 and verse 27 real quick?
Give me that.
Because in the world, when it comes to Christmas, y'all, of course, to my elder audiences, parents and whatnot, and grandparents, what may be, you're worried about getting like the best gift, right? You trying to outdo your neighbors when it comes to the decorations. you know, they got the giant snowman in the front of their yard. So you say, well, I'm gonna get a giant Santa. I'm gonna get 2 of them. And you like, and they think they got these lights. Well, guess what? I'm gonna get sound activated lights. You trying to outdo everybody, and you stressing yourself out. You're draining your money, and you're pretty much destroying yourself based off of, well, because you trying to, because again, the envy of the world, man. And again, this look that you have to portray in order to appear successful, in order to appear to be better, right? But when it comes to being in this truth, all that washes away. Why do I say that? Read what you got.
It's the book of John, chapter 14, and verse 27. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you.
So peace is left with us, of course, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That peace is not as the world gives us, man. Because again, when we decorated, we just along the lines of, hey, Yahweh said we can do it. We're gonna do that in reverence of him, man. We gonna serve him. And of course, other brothers and sisters, we not trying to outdo the next brother or sister. We not trying to outdo this camp and they holy day, right? But instead, we're all on one accord. That's to serve the Most High in spirit and in truth. Let me get John 4, verse 24 real quick, right? Because this is supposed to be, because again, when it comes to even the topic of Christmas, still what they say it is. They say it's Jesus' birthday, right? They say they acted like it's in honor of him.
Right.
That's why you got all these gifts. That's why I get a PS5, because it's Jesus' birthday.
Yep.
That's why my parents should do that. You know, mom, because that's what day it is, right? No, right? But instead, if we gonna serve the Most High, we gonna serve Christ. This is the spirit in which He desires us to do it within. Read what you got.
This is the book of John, chapter 4, verse 24. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
And this is red letters. They that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth, man. It's not because, you know, this is the day that, you know, we get to come around and eat. You know, that's when they got the Coca-Cola in the ham and the bacon in the corn and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that one video. And all manner of abomination with the feast, man. And even still, when we come to feast for the actual holy days, it's still a certain mindset and spirit that we take towards it. Why is that? Because again, if we do this in honor and reverence of the Most High and Christ, we not there to eat, man. We there to serve the Lord. Although it is a feast, that's the portion which the Most High has given us under the sun. That's Ecclesiastes that tell us that, right? So it's not exactly about it. So it's never about us, man. It's never about, again, the vanity and the way that, of course, the world you tries to push you towards. And of course, that's the reason why it's peace within, you know, this truth, man. And of course, within the holy days, in the feast of the Most High, because it's not with that envy and the strife of the world. We're not there to get blackout drunk, right? But instead, we there, hey, if we do have something to drink, it's in moderation. Why is that? Because the wisdom of the Most High is there. His spirit is there. That comforter that's read about in 14 and 26. Why is that? Because where he's like it, where two or more gather within his name, there is Yahweh Shai in the midst, right? But that's not the case if it's with that vanity and that foolish spirit of the world, man. So that's just something to consider, of course, when it comes to, you know, looking at the world in the rear view mirror, man, and looking at the truth in front of you. It's not worth it, right? Let me get one more. Luke 9 and 23 real quick.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 23. And he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me.
So if any man will come after Christ, Let him deny himself. You got to deny yourself even when it comes to like when it comes to when it comes to your children, man. Right? You trying to of course please them and whatnot, and decided, well, you know what? This is the right way. You don't want to be that blind leading them into a ditch, man. Right? But instead, deny yourself of that and follow Christ. Hey, man, it's not a sin to give gifts. We do that for Purim.
Right.
But does it have to be on December 25th for the birthday of Jesus? Where is that in the scriptures?
Don't exist, huh?
Hey, and particularly when we see that tradition on for pagans on the left-hand side.
Counter to one. So it's just like you don't have to move it that way. But instead, the Most High, He's given us so much more. And so much more with peace attached to it. So much more without that worry, that doubt, that concern, that of course the world it adds with it. Continue to read.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it.
Verse 25.
For what is a man advantage if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away?
Man, I just really wanted to do Secret Santa this year. Hey, they was talking about, they gonna give me, they got a raffle at my job for
the Secret Santa,
$3,000 bonus. I just want to do secrets. Like, no, what is it advantage if you get all those things? If you say, well, you know what, I'm not, because it was last year, I believe it was beautiful the way that, of course, it was like an option within those cases. I don't know if you've seen the feast day calendar for last year, but like it was like a new moon, like on the same night of Halloween. It was Feast of Dedication, if I'm not wrong, the same night, if I'm not wrong, Christmas Eve. So it was like a choice that was right there. But that's ultimately the same choice that's given to us every single year, man. It's either life or death. But what advantage do we have if we instead will say, well, you know what, we're going to partake in these things in the world, in the ways of the world, but we lose our soul at the end of it? Because we knew what was the right way, but we didn't go that way. But instead, why not gain that everlasting life and enjoy the peace that the Most High has to offer us within this time as well, man? That love, that thing, like the elder said, within this time that we have now, man. And of course, it's a slice of the kingdom, right? Not forsaking that assembling of ourselves together, but instead coming together more as we see that evil day approaching. Because that's what's going to keep us from being hardened by the deceitfulness of sin, man. Right? Like Hebrews tell us. And I yield there.
Hey, Salaki, real quick. This right here is a card, right? This right here shows the other kind of menorah on it. You see what I'm saying? How the one in there and three on either side?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so this is just something to reference. And like, see, this is one of the decorations that we have, right? And shout out to Sister Sagalaya. She makes these and she does all type of art. And I think her Instagram is Art by Chris, CRYSS, Art by Chris. But Sister Sagalaya, she'll hook it up for you, man. She'll get you right for your feast of dedication, right? So this is the type of stuff that you can use to decorate your home.
Oh, praises, man. That's beautiful there. Let's go to the Talmud. I'm gonna get your point. I'm gonna let you teach that. Which one is it? Going real quick. Is it this one? What's the title of it? Let me delete some of this crap. All right, here we go. This is, you want the Shabbat 21, right?
Kind of the one. I can just teach it either way. It don't matter. We can go into it that way. Okay, so as I was mentioning earlier in my early studies, getting into the Talmud and some of the Jewish man's customs and oral traditions. Obviously, I was looking into feast of dedication, and something that was very alarming to me was the oral tradition of the oil miracle, which we've touched on already briefly. Haran touched on it as well. And there was another caveat to go with that. Now, could a brother get me and hold Romans 8 and 38, and then another brother give me Acts 14:22, and then one more brother give me Jeremiah 2 and 33. And hold those for me, Bob Kashar. Now, there are a lot of rabbinical sources based off of the oral traditions of the so-called Jewish man. The first scripture we read today was Colossians 2 and 8. It's just philosophy. There's not much biblical backing of any of their religion at all. It's based upon who they elect to be an elder, someone that's wise, and it's pretty much do as I say, not as I do. And that's pretty much what I've been reading so far. So my source is safaria.org. You can just go and search the Talmud and pull up numerous sources. Now the Jewish sage, I'm gonna call him a sage. I'm not calling him a rabbi. The Jewish sage that I'm gonna talk about now his name is Hillel. That's Hillel, and he's responsible for continuing to forward this tradition of the oil miracle, as if when the temple was being rededicated, there was one pitcher of oil found, and it was only enough to light one candle, and miraculously it lit the candles for 8 days. It's nothing cool about that. It's not there. You can't find it. But he wanted to redirect the intentions of why the Feast of Dedication, Shalakia, was celebrated. And one reason was that he wanted to avoid it being celebrated as a military victory, because at this time, we were under Roman rule. Not them; they didn't fight any wars, but we were under Roman rule, and to escape further persecution, they wanted it to be more so a religious celebration, more so than a military victory, and that's what it was. Biblically, we've been reading that all day. That's what it was. Another point that he would make was that he was for some reason he was very suspicious of the Maccabean revolt. He felt that they were politically corrupt. He was against any kind of order or rulership or authority. And when you read the scriptures, we need order. We have to have order. That's a foundation of how we move in this thing. So it was odd to me that it was more important to continue this oral tradition beyond what the laws of God and the commandments of God read and teach us. So it was very odd, man. That's the only word I can use for it. It's very odd. So could a brother read me Romans 8? Let me get that first, Papa Shaw.
Get up.
Because we have to be steadfast in this thing, man. I'm not saying that this is supposed to be a joyous thing, like Aharon was bringing out. Get your kids involved, have them help celebrate and teach them lessons. But we have to prepare our spirits to be persecuted, and we have to prepare our spirits for whatever the Most High has as far as fiery trials and tribulations. Go ahead and read that for me.
Count to one. You got it, King.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 38. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in Christ Jesus our Lord.
Salakia. So nothing should separate you from keeping the commandments of God. That's how you know these people aren't the people in the book, because we have no issues keeping the commandments. We have to learn them. We have to perfect them and keep applying them and getting better at them as time goes by. But me personally, when I heard Deuteronomy 28, that's me. I'm doing that. I'm doing it. These days, I'm doing it. Okay, I need to read this. I need to study with these brothers. I need to ask these questions. It was immediate. These people are not the people of the book, man. Let's get Acts 14:22. I want to make a point on how Paul was persecuted, and then we'll get Jeremiah 2 and 33 at the end. And I'll end my plan here.
of Acts, chapter 14, and verse number 22.
Read.
Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. That we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of God.
It's a heavy scripture.
Salakia. So to give you some context of chapter 14, Paul was almost stoned to death, right, in this chapter, and he had healed a crippled man. Not to say that was the reason why he was stoned to death, but there was a lot of Jews in Antioch that were kind of opposing Paul at that moment, and he survived, obviously. But that's the persecution that we got to prepare our spirits for, man. And not to say that we are hoping for it and wishing for it, but just be prepared and count it all joy, man. So let's get on. I'm gonna finish it with Jeremiah 2 and 33, and then I'll hand it back to you. I don't want.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 33.
Read.
Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
That's right, man. We don't care about Secret Santa, man. We don't care about the Chick-fil-A gift card from your job. We don't care, man. You got to keep the commandments of God and have faith in Yahweh Shah, man. That is the point of all this thing. We can be merry. We can enjoy each other's company, but never sacrifice any of that to please the world, man. We're supposed to be away from the world, man. It's the point of this thing. And I yield with that, man.
That's right. Excellent point. Let's get Numbers 10 and 10. Let's get Numbers 10 and 10 real quick. All right, well said out. And good on that history, too. A lot of times they'll try to get a lot of times they'll do that. They'll try to get away from what the meaning truly is to push a narrative that has nothing. It has nothing with no oil lasting, no amount of Maccabees never said. We just read it. He never said nothing about no oil. They had to rededicate the temple and defeat and destroy their enemies. Right? And that's the rededication, man. Worshiping and praying for that through Yahweh Shai, we can be able to fight that same battle with them, man. But like the scriptures say, man, we fight a spiritual warfare, right? Against principalities, right? Spiritual demons in high places. That's the first battle you got to conquer is within self, right? It's your biggest enemy. Well, that's gonna be your biggest enemy in this truth, man. Yourself, right? Everything else gonna be easy. Read that out.
Count out of one. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 10, verse 10. Also, in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginning of your months, ye shall blow the trumpets over your burnt offerings, and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for a memorial before your God. I am the Lord your God.
So these days of gladness are memorials for our God. So what the Maccabees did is they said, hey, it wasn't because we defeated the Greeks. No, the Lord allowed us to defeat the Greeks. Their hands wasn't long enough to box with God. So in that, the Maccabees said, we're going to set a memorial and rededicating God's temple to him, gave up the sacrifice, celebrated it for 8 days. Imagine that we defeat our enemies. We're going to turn up for 8 days on them too. We're going to take pictures and put it on Instagram for 8 days straight. That's our era now.
That's the real. He prepared the table before me in the presence of my enemies.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So that's how we want y'all to come in the mindset of this feast, man. Is that we rededicating that worship and that prayer to Yahweh, because it's really Yahweh that got us to this point.
That's right, man.
But you have to stay within that spirit, man, and because the scriptures say, man, hey, he is not dwelling in a body full of sin. It's not.
Right.
So the rededication is your worship towards him, man. Are you truly worshiping Yahweh as he should be? Because when the Maccabees, when the Most High allowed the Maccabees to conquer some, they worship 8 days straight. Matter of fact, we're gonna make a feast day for it. Y'all be too tired to pray in the morning, Yahweh. I'm hungry, Yahweh.
Look, Jesus wept.
Yeah. So that rededication got to be in that worshiping of Yahweh, man. So as we confirmed in the scriptures, mostly confirmed, You know, it's 7 by command. It was never 9. 9 never made sense. 9 is made up. I was even reading the thing I had on the screen. It was trying to give like points to debate, like, well, it doesn't matter how many candlesticks. It didn't. No, it does matter because it's what God said.
Hey, Salakia, to that point, real quick, brother, give me Deuteronomy 12 and start at verse number 29 to show you why it does matter. Okay, the Lord does not like you worshiping like the heathen, right? He has a very specific, particularly because these feasts are tied to His works and not our own. There is a specific way in which He wants us to commemorate that, right? And it's not like them. Go ahead.
Salakia. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 12, and verse 29, and it reads, when the Lord thy God shall cut off the nations from before thee, whither thou goest to possess them, and thou succeedest them, and dwellest in their land.
So you see, particularly, I mean, and this one is highly correlated to Feast of Dedication, because it's talking about fighting another nation for property, right? For the right to put your stamp there and your mark there, right? Go ahead.
Take heed to thyself, thou be not snared by following them. After that they be destroyed from before thee, and that thou inquire not after their gods, saying, how did these nations serve their gods? Even so will I do likewise.
The Lord don't even want you worshiping Him the same way the heathens worship their God.
Ain't no way.
You can't take a 9-candle menorah and think, oh, it don't matter because I'm still doing it. No, He made 7 for a reason. Go find you on Etsy or like I said, Sister Art by Chris. There's all over Amazon. You can find pre-Sabbat. If you in the LA area or downtown LA, boy, that's where it's at. That's where everybody goes to get it. You can find it and worship the Father His way. Don't let no Edomite or Amalekite or anybody else force you into worshiping the way they say, because the Lord don't want it. He's been very specific. Keep going.
Verse 31, thou shalt not do so unto the Lord thy God, for every abomination to the Lord, which He hateth, have they done unto their gods. For even their sons and their daughters they have burnt in the fire to their gods.
You see, because that's wicked. It's weird to Him. Like, it's weird. Like, it's not even His get down. Like, right? Keep going.
What things soever I command you, observe to do it. Thou shalt not add thereunto, Salakia, thou shalt not add thereto, nor diminish from it.
That's right.
Boom. The way I told you to worship with the 7-candle menorah, don't add unto it. Don't take away from it, but definitely don't add to it. So it absolutely does matter. Right? So don't let nobody put you in a twist and think, well, God knows my heart. I'm trying. That was I can only find a 9-candle. No, it's weird. He doesn't like it. That's not an excuse. Prepare the same way you was preparing for Christmas.
That's right.
And to the brother that said, hey, yeah, we are having it's camp in LA today. Facts. It's camp. So DM SOT Bay Area, and we'll get you the location.
Okay, on the Instagram.
Yeah.
All praise, man. Hey, with that, we can conclude that, man. I think we put a nail in that. That shouldn't even be a question anymore on why or why not. It's all like one of the brothers said, it's Jewish mysticism, man. It's just something they did as they stole our culture. And it's so much, we have to come back to our culture so much the more and just take it back, man. We have to take back what belongs to us. Obviously in the commandments, but also in the faith, right? We must do that. So with that, man, we're gonna let brothers and sisters get prepared for camp. Get prepared for their feast of dedication. Right. Make sure also too, man, while you're doing your prayers, man, you're thinking of other brothers and sisters that may be going through hard times during this, man. You know, that may be struggling with different things, maybe you lost someone, you know, make sure you're keeping the body and the nation in your prayers, man. Right? Make sure you continue to do that. Don't just be selfish and pray for self. You know, keep the nation in your prayers as well, man. So with that, man, I'm Captain Yaquab.
Captain Aharon.
Captain Akawasha.
Officer Kwabsa Allah.
Officer Nayal.
Soldier Ashar Yalla.
And where the sons of the Israelites is our heart's prayer desire for Israel, that they might be saved. Happy Sabbath, man. Happy Feast of Dedication. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah. Yeah. Live longer.
The A-Smack.
Yeah. Placed in a timeline a long time ago. I'm just trying to figure out where I fit. I see the world for what it is. Down to the gates of hell we descend, serving the gods of our fathers without no need to repent. We morally blinded, looking for water in dry deserts. With our efforts we apply more pressure. Who be praying for me? Trying to pull out some pleasure from pain, and we keep this up until nothing remains. The world keeps spinning, poor get poor, rich get rich, the good die young. Shots pop, chicks get hit, death is surround us. You can't escape the angel when he calls. Your days are numbered, don't you waste them all. And time keep ticking, with the hand of God I write my vision, hoping my family can go and make a lifestyle with it. Your pain come with a story, you could beat your issue, but if you kill yourself today, you gon' take it with you. Live longer. We here for what we here for.
What you here for?
The story to tell. I don't know where my story gon' end, but if I wake up, I'll do it again. I just gotta live longer. I just gotta live longer. Who am I? I'm just passing by with the wisdom from the one. Don't you forget it. You were sent on this mission to bear witness. Humanity tripping, right and wrong inside the pot, they mixed it. Kill a kid with a gun, shoot him down in his kitchen. Kill a kid in the womb, they gon' tell you it's different. You should ask, what's life? The burden you carry is to observe. In a place where you get nailed to a cross, speaking the word. Take laws, break laws, who really protect it? In God we trust, who really respect it? This America race to the finish line, black and white, who supreme? 60 shots, knee to the neck. Yeah, it's hard to breathe, you crying for peace, trying to release anger, you hanging your head down in defeat, cause you see your people in need. Who are we? Questions we avoid, not to get destroyed. For the pleasures we enjoy, we ain't making noise. You see us struggling, lack of understanding of our nature. The way we truly are is not the way they take us. Dealing with scars that the last generation gave us. Parents create us, but they can't save us. Some sleeping in a slumber, they'll never wake up. For the sake of everything good, I'd save them all if I could. Listen clear, be aware, your pain come with a story. Don't forget to leave it here, live longer. We here for what we here for. Got a story to tell. I don't know where my story gon' end, but if I wake up, I'll do it again. I just gotta live longer.
Do it again. Do